Alright YouTube, this is Not So Slim Jim coming to you with a little update video on Texas constitutional carry. So here's what's going on. So far, as most people have known, constitutional carry has made it through the House floor. Now it is a House bill, so if people don't know, whenever a bill in Texas happens, so if it's a House bill, it has to go through the committee for the House, has to get voted on the House floor. After that, they get to make any amendments they want to make to the bill. Then any amendments are attached to it or doesn't get attached, whatever. This one had a couple amendments added to it. If you ask me, they strengthen the bill. Then it goes to the Senate. Now, it doesn't go directly to the Senate for a vote. What ends up happening is it has to go to a Senate committee hearing, which they end up making a special committee specifically for HB 1927, which is constitutional carry here in the state of Texas. After it passes that, it goes to the Senate. If the Senate's able to pass it without adding any additional restrictions or any additional amendments to it, then it goes back to the House for an additional reading, a final vote. After it passes there, it goes to the governor to get signed. At this point right now, what we're looking at is it made it through the House all the way. It has made it through the Senate special committee hearing. They actually passed that late last week. So we're waiting for it to get a date for it to go to the Senate floor for a vote. We actually have people down there at the Capitol right now trying to get a date on it, trying to push people, trying to go, hey, you know, we need to get this out there. We need to get a vote on it, talking to people saying, hey, make sure to vote yes for this. Now, I want to make this video because there's a lot of misunderstanding on exactly what constitutional carry is, because a lot of people seem to be confused on exactly what it pertains. Now, first of all, it has absolutely nothing to do with the purchasing of firearms. This does not make any changes. It does not make it easier for anyone to purchase firearms, for anyone to transfer firearms, or anything of that nature. Everything is going to be exactly the same as it is right now underneath current law in the state of Texas for the purchase or transfer of firearms between individuals or between a federal firearms licensed dealer and an individual. So none of that's going to change. No one's going to be able to like, hey, look, we got this bill passed. We can just go out and buy guns without a background check on the corner behind McDonald's. You know, that's not going to change at all. Only thing it's going to allow people to do is if you are 21 or older, you are able to legally own a firearm, which means if you're not a felon, you're not that doesn't mean if you haven't had your record expunged. You're a felon without an expunged record, and you're not part of the whole BS Brady thing. Don't get me started on that. That's a whole different video. And you're able to legally own a firearm in Texas, you can carry one either open or concealed. Now, that doesn't change where you can carry. All the laws right now that say where you can or cannot carry are going to be the same. So if you see a sign that says, you know, no open carry, no concealed carry, you need to know the law, because if you go and you do it where it's unlawful, that's going to be on you. So make sure you know that. It's going to make some amendments to the law where instead of saying a person who's licensed, just says a person who's carrying. So if you're going to decide to do this without having a license, make sure you know the law. Second of all, this doesn't allow for people under the age of 21. Now, if you have a Texas license to carry or an LTC and you're military, now the definition in Texas says a active duty military personnel, but that's a little deceiving. Technically, it's any person who is actively enlisted in the military. So that means National Guard, reserves, anyone who's in the military right now, even if it's only a weekend warrior and you're 18 years old, you can get a license to carry in the state of Texas. That's why we don't have reciprocity with like Wisconsin, because they made it very clear you got to be 21. They don't recognize our state because of that. So that's fine. I'm cool with it. I think people at 18 should be able to carry. But if you want to carry at 18, you got to be in the military. I know it's dumb. Texas is doing some stupid stuff, but that's it. So the only thing it's going to change is if you can legally carry, you can carry a firearm without a license. Now, I'm keeping my license personally because I do travel. There are a lot of states that, you know, I do travel through where you have to have a license to carry. Because I have reciprocity with my Texas LTC, it allows me to do so. So for me, it makes a deal. If you're someone who never leaves the state of Texas and you don't want to take the class, you don't want to go through the fingerprints and all that stuff, more power. I do suggest, though, if and when this bill gets passed, you do train or seek training. I'm not saying that you're not trained. I'm just saying if you haven't had adequate training on how to draw from a holster, to know the laws in the state of Texas, to know things like that, that is a good thing to get. And a lot of these guys were like, oh, especially LTC instructors who are saying they're against this because they think it's going to hurt their bottom line, they're going to adjust fire and they're going to start classes specifically for people who aren't getting an LTC, which is going to be much shorter. It's going to be maybe an hour block of, hey, here's the law, don't screw up, don't do dumb stuff, and then more firearms training. So in all actuality, you're going to get a lot more training on how to use your firearm, how to not shoot yourself in the dick, how to do stuff like that, which honestly I think is more important with knowing the basics of the law in the state of Texas. So for now, we're going to be waiting to get that date. Once we do, me and CJ Grisham are hopefully going to be having a live stream. If he's not able to, I'm going to be doing it myself for the Senate hearing on the floor. We're not hearing, well, yeah, hearing. I'm telling you, it's not my day. So if you got any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and leave in the comment section. If you guys do me a favor right now, Facebook is not liking gun tubers at all. So if you can like, share, just hit that, leave a comment, do something just to get my video out there, because right now I'm getting like 100 views on some of these videos. Just spread the love, share it on Instagram, share it on Facebook, share it with your buddy, share it with your liberal uncle that absolutely hates guns just to piss him off. I don't care. Either way, if you can do that, I'd appreciate it. Till next time, y'all take care.